For both of the chiefs, obviously both of you have engaged at the legislative level here in Texas. Your success rate has been, you're batting 1,000 for the last 3 sessions on this issue in the Texas legislature, which I think is pretty amazing, and I think it's a tribute in large part to the law enforcement community in Texas. What advice would you give the people in the audience about messaging our U.S. House delegation and our U.S. Senate delegation on this issue? What lessons would be learned from your total effectiveness over the last 6 years here in Austin?
Well, I think that one of the things that has worked for us is the fact that we've come up, and Chief Acevedo and I have been up here several times, and actually took a stance that would probably be considered counterintuitive to what the nature of our work is. In other words, when you have a snowball basically building up saying, let's lock everybody up, it's not here in the country, you would naturally think that everybody in law enforcement would line up right behind it. The sticking point for us was during that discussion one was that, they wanted to pin that on local officials, on local law enforcement police department officers to do as part of the remedy, and we simply said, that can't be. We've got to get realistic about this thing. It's amazing to me how many people have come to McAllen on this issue over the years and are completely uneducated about the issue. They're not able. They sit either in Austin or in Washington D.C. and they take all of the noise from somebody or some people or some corners of the room, and then they build policy based upon that. And when they get down there, the reality is entirely different. So I think what's worked for us is the fact, and the chief and I, and there's about maybe a couple of handfuls of us that have been basically in the same room several times over the years that have said, slow down, you don't want to do this. The end result of this would be counter to what you're actually trying to do. When you're saying you want to pursue policy that is designed to address this crime problem, in actuality, it will create a crime problem, bigger so. So I think that's worked for us over the years.